Hello, everyone. Hope you're doing quite well. This is the DanVanDam Friends Podcast. Well, this time I'm actually not flying solo. This time around, I have a awesome gentleman named Josh here. He is with Stumphead Games. We're currently talking about a project that he's currently working on, which honestly I feel it looks so good, by the way, is Super Crome. And I got a chance to try out the previous version of it, and I gotta say, looking at the work in progress up until even the entry project, it's shaping pretty excellently. But again, Josh, thank you so much for stopping in today and talking to me about your game coming up here.
Of course, thanks for having me. It's an honor to be on.
So, first things first, what inspired you to do Super Crome? Or at least the entry game as well.
So kind of a two-part question.
Yeah.
Work, we have an arcade. So this is gonna take a weird direction. Where I work, we have like this second floor, and it's all like they have like a pool table. We've got like golden tea. There's like a ping pong table, but they also have an arcade cabinet with a bunch of older, mostly retro games on there. And one of them is Galaga. And so during my just like whenever I felt like I needed to get away from my computer screen, I would go and play Galaga on a different screen. Doesn't really make much sense when you think about it. But yeah, I mean, I was playing Galaga, and I was also taking this class with playcrafting. And it was just like a Unity course. So I was learning Unity at the time, and I was playing Galaga a lot, and I was like, oh, it'd be really cool if we just made something that was kind of like this. I mean, this is simple. This is fun. Like, there's nothing too complex going on here. There's like, you just pick it up and you play it. You know exactly what you have to do. You just mandatory, and it's so easy to get into.
Yeah, because it's like I managed to get into the game, and it was just right off the bat, one round, you kind of have the enemies pop up for a second, kind of like, Space Invaders or Galaga, as you're mentioning, and it just, and it kind of randomizes a little bit too. So if you end up, losing 3 lives, reset and repeat kind of thing.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I just love that playing, like, death is not the end. Like, there's always a high score you can get. I mean, I just love that so much about playing Galaga, and it was like I would spend like 30 minutes at a time at a piece just like playing Galaga. I had to like limit myself, like, all right, I need to like take a break from this. Like, this is too much. I'm not getting any work done. Main inspiration behind Super Crome, at least.
Yeah, because like in Super Chrome, it definitely felt like the color palette too. It actually reminds me of ZX Spectrum games, like a lot. Like the graphics are straightforward, but then they're, you know what I mean? That's how the ZX was kind of like back in the day with on the UK side.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like I was looking at that going, I love the art style. Like it's a call to it's like a call to the arcades of old, but then it's, you know what I mean? It's like it's a fresh look at it. And then the fact it looks like you also you put the frame rates up dramatically as well versus the original version, which
yeah.
Yeah, which was kind of like that 25 to 30 frames per second kind of thing from the Game Boy, which, it's still, to me, it was super playable. So I was just playing that for like a good 10 minutes this morning and today. Like, I was streaming it, and I was just playing the game because, just hanging out with my stream buddies, and you're just playing it going, this is, you know what I mean? Getting into it, and I'm like trying to figure out the pattern of all the enemies, and it ties it in the background going, yeah, I'm going to beat your score. You just keep playing, asshole. But...
Yeah, I love that, because so me and my brother used to just like hang out, and okay, so when the NES Classic came out, we grabbed one, and we would just play Galaga, and it would just be like, all right, I'm gonna beat your fucking score, you asshole, and we would just sit there, just drink, and like I would beat his score, and he'd be so fucking pissed, and he would like grab the controller, and be like, oh no, I can beat that, and then he would beat my score, and it would just go back and forth, and there's just so much fun to that. It's stupid. It's like, neither of our scores are very good when you look at like, I don't know, like all the,
yeah, kind of like a usual arcade
score, like, or any arcade really, yeah. It's just like we're like chumps. We don't know what we're doing, but it's just the thrill of like, oh yeah, like you suck, I beat you. It's just it feels so good, and I'm really competitive when it comes down to that kind of stuff. So something about it that's just so satisfying. I wanted to make a game like that.
Yeah, this is something that someone could just pick up and play like on their phone or whatever, and just you know what I mean. It's like people do that often with games, even like Sigi or whatever, right? They try to beat each other's score, get the top time or whatever, and it's you have this little scoreboard, and someone kind of looks over and goes, "Oh yeah, someone beat my score. I'll show them." So again, it's kind of like that. You come home from like work or you're on break, you'll notice it, and you know go through like your Steam app and try to play the game through that, and you're like, "I'll show that guy," you know. So they get the controller out and be like hold my work beer, you know, even though you can't drink beer at work unless you work at a bar, but you just say, here, hold this, you know, just I'm taking this guy down, you know.
Yeah, exactly. You got to show everybody your top dog, or
show them dominance, you know, just
at least your friends, you know. So it's bragging rights. Yeah, I don't know. There's something about that that's just really fun.
I could just picture someone from the UK playing the game, and then the global scores, whatever. They look at it and go, that Yank beat my point by a single pen. Oh, that's it. I'm contacting the Queen. It's on. You know, so they just run off into the field somewhere into the Shire. I'm exaggerating, by the way. There's really not so much thing as the Shires in the UK. That's such a people like, well, you think a bunch of hobbits live here? No, but I've seen your maps. There's a couple Shires there. Yeah, a couple in the countryside, man. You know, just you get it's brutal when you get corrected. Holy shit. But yeah, it's again, it's like seeing this global score of all these people accumulating scores and trying to beat each other is so cool. Like even games like people trying to get to the end game of like Path of Exile, whatever, right? They'll try to get to like they'll race each other to get to the top, and then people don't even realize it either. There'll be people who don't even really pay attention to arcade games would be playing that and be like, I'm just gonna get to the top because I want to, or World of Warcraft, which that's an animal I keep away from. That's my addiction complex, or just brutal there.
Yeah, that game's tricky. You got to be careful with that one.
Yeah, like I look at it, I'm like, that elf though, you know, just kind of just hang out there with a couple of folks in PvP. But yeah, again, it's like I watch it, I watch how the game's being made in terms of, you know, how you're doing it. And I gotta say, it's like, I think the game market always needs a game that's always right to the point. And that's what I feel like with Super Crome, which is always a good thing too. Because like you have games that, like Binding of Isaac, right? It's a simple game by default.
Yeah.
I mean, I say that, and of course someone goes in there and just like they die within 3 seconds. Like, you told me it was easy. I was like, no, like, you know, the mechanics. Like, oh yeah, the mechanics were straightforward. But,
yeah.
So, yeah, Super Crome definitely. I'm loving what I'm seeing of it so far, and I can't wait to actually see it finished. Like, it is something that, like, my girlfriend, myself, and a few others have kind of peeked at it and went, ooh, you know.
That's awesome. I'm glad. I'm really glad. It's been pretty good so far. Everyone that's played it, like, you know, I've showed it at a few shows, and everybody that's played it has really enjoyed it. So.
Yeah, because
that I can just, I just want to capture like everything we've been talking about. Like I want that game, you know, that like arcade, like high score hunting game that you can play with your friends. And
yeah, that's the beauty of it, right? I mean, a lot of people make games. Sometimes they just make it because they look at like a battle royale game. They'll just make it. Is it because they like it necessarily? They make it because they know it's a meta game, right? They just go off and make it, and that's it. There's no actual love behind it, versus someone who like yourself who actually has a genuine story behind it. Like, okay, I played Galaga, I thought Galaga was a fantastic fun romp, you know, I did a score, I submitted it, you know, and it was sort of like a thing between friends to kind of go off and go, okay, I see what you did there, and then, you know what I mean, a little competitive nature to it, which is like just completely friendly and you know, it's awesome. So it's like you can tell when a game's made with love versus, you know, PRs.
I mean, I want it to be a game of love. It's a passion project, really. Like it's, I guess the way I would see it is it's more of a hobby. I don't do it full time. I don't have the money or resources to
Yeah, because I mean, I'm not gonna pretend like I know how much it actually costs for games, but then I kind of hear the stories from afar. To like, dude, I'm broke. I'm like, what? Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Like you just save for like years and years, and then you dump it all into this one big project, and then it doesn't pay off, or it just barely like you break even. It's just some of the stories are pretty horrendous.
Yeah, because then you have companies who do like these remasters of games just so they could even fund the newest version of the game, and because they barely have money left over from that previous project, and you're like,
Right.
so you'd see another 10 million versions of Dead Island, you're like, geez, guys, what happened?
Yeah, I don't want to be one of those stories. I just want to like make it on the side and have fun and
Yeah,
so.
yeah, because what's his face there? The guy who made Battle Kid. I always forget his name, and I feel like a jerk for forgetting. But it was like that gentleman there who made Battle Kid, right? He helped set a genre with like a subgenre with what he did. But then it was kind of like it seemed like a pet project for him.
Yeah, I need to play that game so badly. I have watched so many people play that on YouTube, and it looks so difficult. But it's I need to get my hands on the cartridge.
Yeah, like I have a copy sitting behind me, and it was like I was playing it, and I was going, I am getting old here because my reflexes are bad, you know. And I kind of looked it up, and people were having the same problem. I was like, okay, you know. And so I go and play a game like Bashi, which is my worst mistake in my life because that game made me cry a little bit because I was getting so angry. But it's like, and the story behind that one is because the guy who made that one then went off to make other games, but he made it because he felt like Battle Kid was way too easy. And I'm like, you thought that was too easy? Holy crap, you masochist.
I'd love to watch him play Battle Kid. I bet he's like a pro at it. Like
Like,
he's just so good. He's like, oh, this is nothing.
well, yeah, you had that one guy there that was on Games Done Quick. He was like speedrunning Bashi. Like, just he was just,
Really?
yeah, he was just straight up talking it up and everything. He's like talking and everything. You know how he was playing the game. Like he was having a full conversation with the crowd, but then I was seeing the stuff he was doing, and I was like feeling sad because like this guy's not even trying. What the hell is he? It's just.
Many
Man,
times it's second nature. Yeah, I could never be that way with games. I've resigned to the fact that I'm not very good at certain games, so I just, I try to make them instead. That's the point I'm at.
well, yeah, that's the thing actually too about with Epic, right? They themselves even admit, yeah, we're not very good at Gears of War, but we make it, you know. But yet they have fun doing it too, right? So it's at
Yeah.
least that was how it was in the original with Cliffy there and the original Gears of War. He was like, yeah, I'm having fun doing this. But then years later, like he's like, I'm done with this shit, and he walked off. You're like, oh, Cliffy baby, what happened? But
Yeah, he's not doing so well now, huh?
he's pretty.
They had the
Yeah, like he's doing something now. I don't know what the heck he's doing.
Didn't they do like a try a battle royale game? I don't think they did. Wasn't it like a Quake Arena?
Yeah, Unreal Tournament or something like that. I think.
Oh yeah, it was something. It was like Unreal, but it was like a new company, right? Like he's at a new company, and then they.
Oh, I know what you're talking about too. And that's gonna bug me. Paragon? Was it Did he do Paragon? I can't remember now. Like, I'm trying to think. I'm like trying to think deep down inside because my brain thinks of like like the recent MOBAs, and
Yeah,
I think he had some involvement in it. I can't remember now.
I thought he did two. This is gonna bug me as well. I don't know.
Yeah, because like I mean, I can't say Quake. I was said Quake Champions at first as a blurt, and I was like, no, that ain't nothing to do with
Oh,
them.
Lawbreakers.
Lawbreakers, there it was. That game, I watched people play that one, and I almost threw up because like I don't have motion sickness, but I was watching someone else. I was like, just it was way too fast. It's like someone playing like a crazy computer, like 129 frames per second. I'm like, turn it down, hide in a camp or something, please, camp. That's when you promote camping because you can't take it. Like, please just camp.
Yeah. Oh man, his story's so sad because he went off to make Lawbreakers after leaving Epic, and opened like Boss Key for like studios or whatever, and then Lawbreakers didn't do well, and it killed the company. Like, could you imagine? I mean, I'm sure he's doing all right, but it's still like really sad to see. Like he clearly put a lot into it.
Yeah, because it was like I mean, it looks great, right? Like I don't have a problem with it. It's just I can't handle the speed of that because I'm just like I could do a Twitch shooter, but not that kind of twitchy. That's like rubber band across a freaking rubber band factory. I was like, jeez. And I think that's why a lot of people couldn't quite grip it because they were looking at the play style and it was way too frantic. Not even like 12-year-old kids can handle that speed. They're like, I need my permission slip for this kind of speed. I'm gonna get a speed ticket for this. This is nuts.
Yeah, it looked real intense. I never tried it, but I kind of wish I did now.
Yeah, because like it was that and what else? Yeah, because I think that flopped, and then he said something silly, and then he kind of drifted off like Desperado into the wilderness somewhere, and that was it. And then
I'll be back.
just like Homer back into the bushes, you just went back in there. He's gone.
Homer from like the bog or something. Like a new game.
He's like, I'm Solomon
like,
Grundy.
Us to some kind of gun or weapon. People will love it.
Yeah, because it was that and what else? It was a couple other companies that kind of say I'm gonna say this right, and then years down the line, eventually Cliff's gonna listen to this and go, "Who the hell is this guy?" You know, just I'm gonna see like a lawyer guy in front of my doorstep. You've been served? Served what?
Soft Cliffy.
Cliffy baby. Cliffy baby. I love your games, man. Don't sue me. I got no money anyway. So what's I'm picturing right now is him in oboe clothes, and I'm feeling like so somewhere his head perked up, like what's going on? But
he knows we're talking about him.
Yeah, he's got his baseball bat like Walking Dead style. He's coming after me. That's it. He's like I got you. You Porta Chubby. I'm coming for that ass. I'm like, oh god. I'm Cliffy. I'm coming for that. But I'm making that poor guy sound like a serial killer. He's really not. He's probably a teddy bear.
Yeah, he means well.
He's like the Steve Jobs of like. I mean, Steve Jobs was like a sweet dude, but a businessman. He was like sharp. Like he was like a sniper rifle. He's like, so you're like, oh god, Steve Jobs, calm down.
Yeah, I've heard horror stories of Steve Jobs. Like if you looked at him wrong on an elevator, he would can you or something.
Yeah, like you have to look at that floor. Yeah, but then yeah, because everyone gave, I guess, Bill Gates hell. But then you look at Bill Gates now; he's like the humanitarian of the universe. He's like donate to every school he sees in sight. He's like, I'll give the school money that. Like that man's funding America at this rate. But gosh. So speaking of typing and school and all that was a terrible segue I just did just now, but it's okay.
Yeah. It works.
I'm still thinking of Cliff coming with a baseball bat so we can lose it. My composure just left the building at that point. I was like, oh, him wearing a leather coat and everything. So typing champ 1987.
Yeah.
I was talking to my girlfriend Ty there about this for Triple G87 on and she was playing it, and all I heard was her squeeing excitedly about playing it. And I was like, what are you doing over there? She goes, oh, I'm just playing this typing champ 1987. I saw it on Itch over there. I was like, oh, what is it like? So I clicked on the link and looked at it. I was like, oh, this looks excellent, so I looked at some gameplay and I was like, I want to play this after, because like she was playing it, but she wanted more of it. She sounded like disappointed after she was done playing. She's like, I wanted more of it. She just sounded so sad. I was like, I need to cure this woman's heartache right now or something. But yeah, she was digging it a lot. And then you guys were talking about it earlier about the whole 1v1 thing, and I was like,
oh yeah,
that'd be. I was like thinking in my head if I heard of anything. I know we have the insult simulator that came out, but that's not a typing game at all. It's just you pick phrases and that's it. But with a 1v1 typing simulator, that would be like really entertaining to watch people on stream or something play it.
Yeah, it's so satisfying to watch somebody type really fast.
Yeah, like the micro keys, and just the click.
Yeah, you're just like, oh, it sounds so good, and then like just seeing like the word get filled out, it's like, oh, it's so satisfying. um, I'm glad she liked it so much.
Yeah,
Or that I could like, I wish I had like, oh, here's the sequel, but I don't. So
secretly pulls it out of his front pockets a diskette. Surprisingly, you'd ask. I'll save it as a special occasion. But yeah, it was like, again, it was like the beautiful thing about it, right? It's like I look at Typing Champ 1987, right? But then I see this other games kind of like it, but not quite like it. Like you were going for like a whole karate thing, like you were saying before, right? Like a whole Karate Kid style to it, or like a Punch Out style, as Triple G was saying.
Yeah, so it was like, I liked the Karate Kid movie. So I kind of just tried to like fuse those together. I mean, it was for a Game by Its Cover Jam last year. It was last year. Last year. Anyway, so there was a cartridge that I picked out that just said Typing Champ on it. And I was like, all right, I like typing. I like typing games. I'm gonna go for this. So it was a month-long jam, and I wrote the whole thing in Lua using Love 2D.
Yeah.
Tried my best to like capture the essence of it's Punch Out, because like actually if you look at the main character in the game, he's like holding a board instead of like a boombox, but it's literally the guy from Punch Out. I just kind of like threw some sunglasses on him and like gave him a leather jacket, try to make him look like really edgy and cool. But, like really just like this typing nerd, and he's like super good at typing.
Dude, I'll picture now as a training music in my head. Yeah, I'm also thinking about it too. It's like you, the potential behind that type of game is insane. Like I'm literally just thinking of all the possibilities if you go with the project. It would just be insane.
Yeah, it could be really fun. So I frequent this website called 10 Fast Fingers. Just when I'm at work and I'm bored, and I want to like see what my typing speed is or whatever. Daily leaderboard. So you'll like jump on and like just type like top 100 words or whatever it is at the time, and then they'll throw you up on a leaderboard with a bunch of other people, and like it's really satisfying to get like top 3% or something like that. Usually I get around like top 5. Thinking like, oh, it'd be really cool if like I took Typing Champ and I just made it like 1v1, like heads up 1v1. I'd have to like, I don't know, I'd have to mess with like the gameplay a little bit.
Yeah, because again, it'd be like kind of like Street Fighter, where people can kind of make their own custom, I guess, like little avatar. Obviously, if it's like within TOS acceptable kind of thing, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
Like kind of make like a persona with the game, and kind of like say, I'm the champion in Russia or whatever, right? I type a gazillion words a second, and then someone, they can just talk like friendly smack or whatever, and be like, I'm gonna kick your butt or whatever.
To come out, it would be Typing Champ 2018, and then we would actually have like a tournament for like 2018 and find out who is the Typing Champ of 2018.
Yeah, because it's just the idea of it's just like at first people like Typing Champ, but then they see it, they're like, this is pretty cool. Because it's like, again, besides Mario Teaches Typing, you don't really get too many typing games often. And whenever I see kids type, I cry in the inside. Like I just look like that Native American fellow from that old commercial with the recycling and all that and litter. I just start crying a little bit. I'm like, why are these kids typing this emoji crap all the time? I mean, I can type emojis here and there, but their entire sentences are emojis. Like, how the hell did they go through school? But then you look at school and they're all looking at their phones, looking at emojis. I'm like, I give up.
So that'll be the spinoff. Will be a Emoji Champ, and it's just like
nothing but eggplants
you can send. Yeah, like just a bunch of eggplants
and combo breaker.
Yeah.
Here comes a new challenger.
So like that's the exciting thing about it, is like it's also like kind of a tool for learning typing. Is sometimes so you can get a grant for if you create an educational game from the government. So I was thinking, oh, this is like totally that game. Typing Champ is like, it could be like an educational tool for kids, but then I could also have like hard, like harder difficulties in there for like the hardcore typers, you know. Buddy.
Yeah, like those who are like they do it for a living or whatever, right? They want to keep themselves fresh. At the same time, a game they can have their son looking over their shoulder and be like, "Hey, what are you doing over there?" You know, get them excited about it because it's competitive, and you know, a lot of kids just love competitive games anyway. And then, I mean, hell, look at the community in Fortnite. 98% of them are kids. You know, just in Call of Duty, I almost got cussed out by a kid that was probably younger than my niece at the time. I was like, "What the?" You know, just I could just picture that in a typing environment, like 900 words a minute, mother. You know, I'm like, whoa.
they're typing the insults at you, and
the kappas all the time. You're like, oh, jeez. That again, that like the whole aspect of that though. Overall, if you do end up getting it, you know, started, I would love to see that final product because I could swear to you right now that would be the most entertaining thing to see on Twitch yet, besides, you know, the cooking channel, you know, or even on Mixer. Like you have Twitch integration type of thing, so then you have someone like mess with the person who's trying to play and whatever, and they just they have to type this huge word or something like that to mess with them.
Yeah, like so maybe like the lines get like the words start getting all like squiggly and like bouncy or whatever. So it's like, oh, like what the hell does that say? Yeah, I really like that idea. So I don't know, maybe one day if I have time or money and Super Crome is done and I'll make like a typing game again.
Yeah, because like again, it's like Super Crome and that. It's just again, it just makes my heart happy. It especially makes my girlfriend's heart happy. By the way, you don't understand. Like right now, you're her hero with typing champ.
That's
like,
awesome.
like right now, all I can see right now is her like with a Sharpie drawing out like a Superman cape next to you right now, just placing it behind you, going, "Don't worry, sir, we got you covered." But
I'm so she liked it so much. Yeah, I want to do more of that. Like that stuff's fun. I think game jams are amazing because they kind of give you. I mean, not always, but like I feel like once you get into the groove of doing game jams, you start producing stuff that you never thought you would make. Like I never thought I was going to make a typing game, but then I did, and I was like, that was really fucking enjoyable. Like there's so much. It was so satisfying to make that.
Yeah, because
like expand on this.
Well, yeah, because again, it's like a game that, because it was spontaneous, was more exciting as opposed. I mean, it even falls back to probably, I don't know, like games from, you know, back on the MS-DOS days, where you had so many clones of a platformer, you probably get sick of it, or even the developers kind of get sick of looking at it. I mean, even on the Commodore days, they probably like roll their eyes are glazing in the back of their head and they're making half their games. But then if you make something out of the norm for yourself, you become more, you know, it feels more enjoyable to do, right? So it's, you know, and plus you said you love typing anyway, so it works.
It just worked out really well. I think also what helped a lot was just that, like, having the deadline, like the pressure of like, all right, like you only have like a month for this. I think that was actually like really helpful because it kind of forced me to just like pick a design and stick with it.
Yeah, because I think this month on Itch is actually like horror or Christmas games or whatever for a jam somewhere.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Because I looked on there last time, I was kind of curious, and let me tell you about the porn games I see on there. I was like, oh, I'm looking up some platforms. I was like, oh, what is that? Like this ain't Commander Keen like. What is this? Ain't the poker stick I want to see right now. Jeez, man.
Oh my
god. This is turning dank, and it's like 8:36 now. Oh.
You gotta be careful sometimes, for sure.
Yep, I gotta drink myself a coffee milk and call it good. Oh, God, the imagery again. I just thought back to half the stuff I saw there before, and it made But again, I'd like to thank you, Josh, for stopping in again, for talking about Super Crome with me, and Oh, it's that time of night. But but again, is there any definitive determinate time date or stamp which you're gonna probably put out Chrome, or is it kind of be like a quotation where Project CD has said is when it's done kind of thing?
Um, so I don't really. So I have like a vague idea of when Chrome should be out,
Hmm.
but I don't want to commit to anything just in case. Like I still have a lot to do for it. So I guess we'll say early 2019, probably like January, February, I'd say. So
Yeah, because like again, I'm like excited to actually see it finalized too. It's like I was playing just a taste of the original version of it, and I was like, this. I would probably just sit here while I'm chatting with somebody and just play this like nonstop because it's the perfect social game too. But
I actually just. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
no, I was gonna quickly say that, yeah, because games like that, like games that are arcade like, are always perfect for conversation anyway. You just kick back and play games like Chrome, and you're all set.
Yeah, it's definitely a good zone out game for sure. So I actually just added like so it's gonna be a Steam free game, and I just added the Steam leaderboard integration. Now it's getting really exciting because my brother has a key too. Like playing, and I'll see his like score get updated on the leaderboard, and I'm like, oh, I gotta beat him. um,
You send them like snapshots of yourself on freaking on the phone, just making a fist going, "I'm getting you," and he's like, "Yeah." He shows another snapshot on his phone of his high score again. You're like, ah. But
yeah, it's definitely like good competitive spirit. It doesn't go too far, not at all.
At Christmas time, he's just glaring at each other, arms crossed. He's like, "What's wrong with you two?" He got past me in Galaga again. He's going down.
So okay, there's actually we both used to be super into Doom, and we both used to make. This will be quick. We both used to make Doom maps,
The
and
Watts
we had one day where we were both like, all right, I'm gonna make a map, you make a map, and make it as hard as you possibly can, and we'll see if we can beat each other's map. And so I made my map, and he couldn't beat mine,
right?
I think, and I beat it, and I was like, all right, no big deal. And then he played my map, and he died, and I think he stood up so quickly, like from like my in the chair that he was sitting in, that he actually knocked over my tower. But I don't think he meant to do that. But he just looked like he was like pissed. Like, he was just like, oh, that motherfucker. Like, me.
He just like all F4s out of the thing. He just throws his disc like hard drive out the window. And
It honestly seemed that way. I had like a CD sitting on top of my computer, so when he knocked it over, it like snapped the CD in half because it fell underneath the tower. It was like a whole thing. It was really funny. I was dying of laughter at the time.
Because all I can pictures are fuck. He just gets up and runs off and just
stomping through the house.
this old school like freaking somewhat like orangified freaking tower just tipped over, diskettes everywhere, freaking CDs just destroyed, Daikatana smashed in half for a good reason. He just like, well, I didn't want to play that anyway.
Hopefully that was smashed in half before he raged.
Well, I know, but I originally had a copy of that game and Daikatana, and before obviously a lot of community patches they put into that game and made it a lot better. It was the first level in that game. I don't know what the hell John Romero was eating, smoking, or doing at the time, but he must have hated the world when he made that game. Because holy shit, it made me want to knock a tower over. I was like, oh my god.
Yeah, it was pretty rough. I don't know if I ever made it past the second level.
Yeah, because as soon as you get into those pipes, it all hell breaks loose. And I mean, later in the game, it gets better, but it's just that those first couple areas, you're like, jeez, man, I don't understand. Like, I know the little fun phrases they had in the books and the PC Gamer and all that saying, like, John Romero wants to make you his bitch, but damn, I'm apparently have a freaking ball gag in my mouth and everything, just hanging out by his feet at this point. It's like, geez, John, I'm just trying to play your game and I'm not even old enough for this shit. Fuck. Damn. But
Yeah, he definitely went all out with those. I don't know. Seems to be doing better though. He's working on
yeah.
new projects.
And I like the fact when he it's like just some, I guess someone found genuinely found the way to solve a puzzle for Doom 2 or whatever, like one of the secret areas. And I guess they finally found it, and then he goes, "Congratulations!" And it's like, what? But yeah, it was.
It's a long time coming. Was this recent? It just happened? Or?
Yeah, I guess apparently gonna make a can't remember the darn name of that demon, but that the sea demon there, the one that they like the it shoots out this lost souls or whatever.
Not the Keko demon.
Shoot, I think so. The one that the hell something or other. Like basically that thing, you're supposed to make it bump you into the secret passage, and then it'll give you the notification to show that you unlocked the secret. But people have been able to kind of get into it, but not quite unlock it legitimately. So people have been figuring out for years how to do it. Some guy just figures it out, and John's like, "Yeah, you did it, good job," you know. And he explained what it was all about and everything. And I was like, "Oh, cool."
That's awesome. I love that.
Well, it's like between that game, Karnoff on the NES, and Final Fantasy IX, people are still finding content in those games. It's ridiculous. Like Karnoff, you can find secrets all week. Like so much content, and it's just a NES game too.
I haven't played Karnoff. My brother owns it, but I haven't played it yet.
It's actually pretty good. Like it at first, you're like, "What the hell am I playing?" You know, you're just confused by it. But then the more you play it, it just gets really good. Really quickly. It's like even Super Hunchback on Game Boy. You're like, what the hell is this, right? And then you play, like, oh, this is actually a pretty good, fun little arcadey platformer here. You're supposed to get, you know, ring bells and get to the end of the stage. That's all you're supposed to do in like obstacle course from hell. But yeah, I mean, it's pretty fun. I mean, that's what I want in the game, right? You want to come home from like a long day of work, or you want to just come home because you just had a crappy day, and you just want to do something real quick, or you just want to sit down and enjoy something. I definitely say I'll be definitely playing Super Crome when it's finished, and playing it regularly just as a fun activity. Because when I played a Crome, I'm probably gonna sneak back on it when I'm done with this. Because I keep thinking about it now. I'm like, yeah, that sounds like a good idea. But again,
hopefully I can get that out soon, so you can play the full thing.
Oh yeah. All right, so thank you again, Josh, for coming on in today, hanging out with me, talking about your game.
Thanks for having me.
No, thank you. Again, I was gonna say something here just now, just to kind of do an impersonation, but then my brain thought about it, and I'd feel bad because I was literally gonna go, "Well, I'll see you later, Krish." You know, do that. And then my brain, I was like, I paused and went, huh. So anyway, everyone in podcast land, I'll see you all